Welcome to the collective. It's eggplants. We have some eggplants that have germinated with my paper towel and a little water, and kept it on a heat mat, not here, but you know, to raise the temperature. And then I put another one of these, trays over it to mash it down. Is another thick one, to keep the heat on, and I'd flip them every day or so. That's my parrots. But now it's time to put them in my little peat. But you can see they're all starting to get green, so we need to have these in dirt. Okay, my little soil, it's got seedling soil and it's got just a little fertilizer in it, just a touch, but it's mostly for seedlings. And of course I fill it up, and it's pretty brain dead, where you get your markers out and then you go open this up. It's hard to do with one hand. And you open the paper towel that's neatly folded, and then you'll see the seeds. Some of them have gotten quite long. I've neglected them. Oh no, but that's okay. That's what the tweezers are for. And so we will pick apart, and it's okay to get some of the paper towels in here. In the seeds. It's okay to get paper towel in there. There we go. Look at these guys. See, so now you won't waste time waiting for things that won't germinate, like this guy. That's why I use the paper towel method. And then you can take these guys and bury them completely in the deal, and they'll be just fine. So that's how I do this. Works for peppers, works for tomatoes even faster, so watch out. Tomatoes are like 3 days or even less sometimes to germinate. So I'm going to get these popped in the soil, and I hope this gives you a little idea. I'm starting to use these instead of plastic because I have a lot of plastic laying around all the time. And we're going to see how well these peat pots go. I'm probably going to eventually, they make these presses that you can make your own peat, pots. That'll be a lot cheaper than, this stuff. So won't you follow me and experiment with me as I learn new things about cool ways and probably cheaper ways to get your grow on. Fill it up a little bit with dirt. Grab yourself, gently peel it, put it in there, cover it the rest of the way with seed, and there you are. And then I labeled them with a red highlighter. I don't know if that's bio for you enough or not, but then I'll soak these and get these wet and then throw them in the greenhouse, and they'll be great. So these guys were planted 21 February. This one's a patio baby. These are Ophelia eggplants. I have Cook's own orange eggplant that I got at a seed exchange that I volunteered for. So that'll be interesting to see what these guys look like. They almost look like not sure, little bitty things like kumquats or something. It's really cute. And then some lunchbox peppers. I know they're late. I usually plant these earlier, but this will still make the season. These are peppers. So we'll see how these guys go. Now, to prevent too much drama, I generally will quarter the paper towel. You can see the quarter. And I will put the seeds on 1/4 and then fold it twice very loosely and then stick it in the bag. And look at these guys. Now you'll see that some of these guys have no leaves on them. They're just the root. They usually probably got broken off when I opened it up or whatever, but you don't want those, and you don't want dead seeds. So you want to have them with the leaves. You can see the leaves sticking out of both of these. So they're going to be very good. And you want to pick them up like from the base where it stops getting green, and gently pry them up from the cloth. Let me do that again so you can see. I know these camera angles are really bad, but I'm doing this one-handed when I should have been using my tripod. And you got to be just very gentle. See, and tease it off in some cases. The root from the paper towel. There you go. Now, let's see. I like to do this with it. You stick it in there, and you mash down the root part so it's down there. And then you'll just cover the rest with soil. So the leaf part is pointing up. So you're oranging all of these seeds. I'm going to put soil over these than I did with that one. So you can see I put the sticks up, the points up. For the toppings, I just want to sprinkle. I don't want to mash down anything. I just want to that's why I like the seedling mix. You just kind of gently put the soil in, and you don't pat it down. I think that regular potting soil, planting them this small, will maybe burn some of the roots and all that, and that's why also the regular potting soil is a little heavier, so it'll like clot a little more than what I feel that the seedling mix does. Now this will get fertilizer once I start seeing them and the leaves starting to poke up. I'll use a liquid fertilizer until it gets either sold or put into the container I want to grow it in, or into the ground. My dogs are getting a little rambunctious, so you'll probably hear them barking. I thought I would show you with the camera stand what's going on. So I gently unfold the paper towels. And these are what I meant to say kumquats. They're supposed to be Cook's orange eggplant. Cook's own orange eggplant. And I guess they look like kumquats. They're little squat orange things. And there's 4 of them, and they all germinated, so I'm happy. They look kind of aggressive, so it'll be neat. So I'll put down my trays, and I'm missing my marker. Okay, there it is. All right, so I go Cook's. I'm going to write software, web-based software, I think, so that I can keep track of all of my plants. So I'm writing Cook's own 1 March, which is today, pretty much tomorrow, and eggplant, so I know it's the eggplant. And even wet, this marker will stay good. And then I'll mark them all. And that's how I'll keep them all separate. And I'm writing all this information in case I want to sell them or something. My dogs are stir crazy because it's raining and they don't want to play outside. Since there's 4, this will be real quick, but I thought you'd like to watch me work. I don't know. There. And now you give it, maybe halfway full of loose soil. And you don't want to lose track like I did once already. So I don't fill them all up, because then I'll forget which one I put in here. Oh, this is interesting. The roots haven't come out yet. Well, they have sort of, but I'll be gentle. And it's okay, like I said, if you pull a little bit of the paper towel. You want to get it and be gentle as you can. And then you see it. And then you stick it root down into there. And then you're just going to sprinkle some soil on it. Of course, you're going to water it just gently. You don't want to put a big gusher on there. But there you go. And then we'll do it to the next one. Even if it's folded in half, get a little half in there. Stick it in whichever way is the best way, And then you feel bad when you don't have like if one doesn't have leaves, or the leaves got torn off, you almost want to give it another chance, because you just feel so bad that the poor thing got maimed. And that's my problem, and that's why I usually get so many extra seeds, because I'm not going to use I'm probably going to use like a few plants from all of this. And the rest will go to friends for their garden, which is why I always plant too many seeds, because I know a lot of connections at some of the homesteader groups on Facebook or whatever. And we do seed exchanges, which is where I got this from. I volunteered. You should see if you have a local seed exchange somewhere. Usually at a school on a weekend, usually in February. Yeah. My parrots are going crazy too. And so they're really helpful. And it's a great way to meet new people. Alright, so that looks like that's that. I hope this information has been helpful for you. I'm going to look at the peppers and see if I got anything. I don't think so. It requires a little hotter temperature. but I'll take a quick peek anyway, just to see. These were also given by a local gardener, so it looks like one of them has made it, and it looks like a few of these may have rotted. You don't want to keep doing this for too long, like weeks and weeks, because it'll start molding and rotting, and then you just might as well give up on that. So I hope the information's useful. I'm going to plant these peppers. It looks like, as you can see, some of these are really brown. So these don't look too good for me as compared to like this one, which is still white and clean. White and clean, white and clean. I hope you can see this with the TV. We'll see eventually. But yeah, you can see this looks like decay and brown. Let's take a look if I can get it closer. Like dark and brown and crappy, and then nice and clean. So these are probably vile. So I'll give it another few days before I go do anything. I will probably plant this one just for fun though today. I hope this is useful for you. Please like, share, subscribe, share with your friends. And I gotta get a toy from under a bed.